turn the recording on. We built the golf ball pond. Nope, there's Maurice. Okay, gotcha. And Ethan. Nope, okay. So anyway, built the golf ball pond. So we set up camera height. We set up spring arm. We set up logic for determining if the ball is stopped or not. And then we set up a charging system. And then we set up a max speed for that charging system. And then we added logic to say, hey, is the ball stopped or not? We still need to do this stroke stuff, but that'll come from the game instance. So this all looks good. So now what we need to do is we need to build a course, right? So that we can add gameplay events, the tee off, the hole, and or the pin, as they call it, and so on and so forth. And possibly hazards as well. So what I want us to do is we're going to go to geometry here. We're going to just build a simple like golf course hole or course or whatever you want to call it. So if you remember, it's going to be Shift 4 to switch to edit mode. You can see I'm doing Shift 1 to switch back to place actors and Shift 1 to go into brush edit mode. And then in brush edit mode, I can make all sorts of changes, right? So I'm just going to grab this guy and we'll extend him out a little bit. Maybe I will grab this edge. Sometimes it's really hard to grab the edge. And when that happens, I just do this sort of thing. And now I grab the edge like that. See, it's so much easier to grab the edge. And then I'll split it. And then maybe I'll grab this section here, do that sort of thing. Oh, whoops, that's the wrong way. That's, oh, this is a section right there. There we go. And then, I don't know, maybe I'll go this way. It doesn't matter. We're just trying to make some kind of cool cars. I will make another split here. Let's go this way. And we'll go. Fine. Do another split. And it will not let me, it won't let me move it. I don't know why. Fine, won't let me move it. Will not let me move any of them. Do I have a bug going on? What is going on? Let's switch to world. Maybe I can extrude from there. That is super duper strange. Okay. All right, fine. We will leave it the way it is. That's fine. It looks okay. That's a good enough course. We'll be able to build more from it. I'm not sure why it's not allowing me to shape it, but whatever. I'm not too concerned with it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab the whole thing. So in order to grab the whole thing, I'm gonna go and select it in the outliner. So you can see I have it selected now in the outliner, right? This whole piece. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to duplicate it. So I'm going to do Control W, and you can see now I have two of them. Control W for duplication. I'll do that again, Control W like that. And then I'm going to set our scale to 0.05, I think. Actually, no, I think 0.25 will be okay. 0.25 will be okay. And then I'm going to universally scale it down just slightly. So, oops, too much. Go back up a little bit. Something like that. And really all I'm trying to do is, I'm just sort of cheating here, is I'm trying to make it so that there's a, maybe I can edit this piece. Uh-oh, what have I done? This piece. It's still not letting me edit it. I don't know why it's not letting me edit that at all. I'm sure there's some sort of crazy bug going on. It's fine now. Is that piece? No. I don't know why it's not working. Okay, we're just gonna leave it like that. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna, let's delete all this. Go away. We'll start over. How do you open that menu from earlier? Which menu is this? Oh, now it's letting me edit it. Shift 4. Shift +4. It shows in multiple panels. This one right here, right? The one I'm in right now? Yeah, this is the brush editing tool. Right? Okay, so fine. It seems to be working right now. I am going to try and extrude. So grab the face, extrude. Oh, of course you're gonna work now. Of course you are. We'll go this way. That's fine. And now what? Let's go back. Oh, this mode right here. This one. You click on the little maximize restores this viewport button. This guy right there. See it? Anyway, I think that's the one you're looking for. I am going to split, and then we will grab this way. We'll go like this, and yeah, cool. Now it's looking like a little golf course. Maybe we'll rotate that. No, fine. There we go. Okay, now that looks better. I don't know why the other one wasn't working. We will select it by itself, Control W to duplicate it. I'm going to bring it up a little bit so I can see it. And then I'm going to shrink it universally. No, that's too much. So I'm going to lower this value. There we go. That looks better. And this is like not the most ideal way. So when I don't have an edge like that, or when I'm don't have what I'm looking for, like I'm going to go back into edit mode, which I'm in already actually. Go here, and you can see right here, like it's good right up here. I have that like border, and then there's no border on this side. So we're gonna have to fix that. So we will drag like that, drag like that, and come on, give me a border. That's what we want. There we go. It doesn't have to be perfect, okay? Because we're gonna later manipulate it anyway. So it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. As I continue messing with mine, right? Okay, I think that's good. All right, so we go back. Let's look at it now. Yes, so you have a little border around the whole thing. Then I can, with that second box brush that I've just manipulated, I can change it to subtractive. And now we have a little course, right? Cool. So let's go into our art folder. We'll go create a new folder inside our art folder. So I'm right clicking, context menu, new folder. We're gonna call this materials. And then we're gonna make a new material. This is gonna be real simple, okay? So I know you art guys already like know how to do this, but it is part of Creation Game. So what we're gonna do is right click inside our materials folder. We're gonna say material, this one right here. And we're just gonna call this basic _ MAT for material, since it's just gonna be super basic. We'll double click that. It will open up our material editor. And if you've ever worked in Maya or 3ds Max, this looks very familiar, right? So what we're gonna do now is we need a we need a color. So let me see, what is it? Think about, I don't work on materials that often, so you have to forgive me. 3 vector parameter. Oh yeah, vector parameter. That's it. That's what we need. Vector parameter. So right click in our material graph here, get the context menu, vector parameter. This one there, vector parameter. And we're gonna rename this to color. And then you can see I can connect all 3 or the different colors and the alpha channel if I want. I'm just going to connect all 3 like that. So our white right into it. And then what else do we have? Let's also make it like glowy. What do you guys think? So what we're going to do is hold down, I believe, the 1 key and left click. Yeah, the 1 key and left click. So I'm holding down the number 1. So 1. And then left click, and that brings up this constant. And I'm going to connect that right into our emissive. And then I am going to right click the constant. So right clicking it and convert to parameter. And we'll call this emissive. And right now the default value is 0. I think we'll leave that as is. So we'll apply and save. And then I am going to close this. And you can see now I have a basic material that is just straight black. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna right click this material and I'm gonna say create material instance. And I'm going to, it's gonna just say basic underscore material underscore instance underscore, and this is gonna be green. This is gonna be our green section of our little course. Then we'll right click this basic material again, create another material instance, and we'll call this white wall. And what this will be is just be the wall surrounding the course. So let's double click this basic material underscore instance green. We'll double click that. Brings up our material instance editor. And you can see we have these 2 parameters that we created in the regular material, color and emissive. And so we'll click on, if you don't click on it, it does nothing, right? But if you click on it, then you can modify it. So we're going to change the black here to a green. Maybe something like that. I don't know. Looks cool. And then maybe we want it to glow as well. So the emissive, we can do like 5. And it'll like crazy glowing, right? Maybe that's too much. 1, 0.1, 0.01. Wow. Okay, 0.01. That's good. And then we'll save that. And then we'll do the same thing to our white wall. So we'll open that up. Color. We'll do a white. Maybe just slightly less white. Maybe it has like a little yellow tone to it too. And 0.01 for glowing. That's fine. Cool. Save it. All right, so now I want to hide this one. Oops, what have I done? No. I want to select this one. There we go. So select that brush. And I believe I can click on each one of these guys and apply material to it. Wait, what? Wait. What am I doing wrong? What? Oh, maybe I need to be out of edit mode. That's what the problem is. There we go. Sorry. Okay, so out of edit mode, you got to be in regular mode. And actually, I'm going to just select one of the faces here, and I'm going to fix the UV scale. So with one face selected, out of edit mode, I'm going to go to the details panel, geometry category, select. I'm just say select matching brush. And you can see it has actually selected the other brush, which is fine. Our negative, right? See, it has a negative brush selected, which is fine. And we're going to change that to our UV scale to 1 and 1 and apply. And now you can see the UVs are much cleaner. And then I'm going to do the same thing for our other brush. So we're going to select it, select matching brush. And actually Yeah, that's fine. Select a matching brush. Oh, it's already set to 1:1. Okay, that's good. Perfect. Okay, so now with the UV straightened out, I am going to select our inner faces right here, and we will apply green. Boom. Now we have a nice little green course. And then I will select, let's see, select all matching material. So that's everything except for the green. And then we'll make that white. Oh man, look at that. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, we need to do one more thing. We forgot to add our like hole in the course. So we'll add it right here. Let's see, we want to go, let's go 12-sided, and then we'll shrink that down. So maybe like 10. Oh, a little bit bigger than that. Let's do, I'm not that good at golf. Let's do like 50. There we go. And size can be, I don't know, 50 as well. Maybe a little bit more of that. Do 60. And actually, I can just cheat and scale it like this. All right, and we'll bring that down, and we'll make that subtractive as well. All right, and then we can, if we really wanted to, we could be like, make a game where it like moves back and forth like this. That you have to like hit it into the hole. No, we won't do that. That would be way too hard. Cool. All right, so now we have our course. Now what we need to do is we need to make a, what do we need? We need to make the pin, and then we need to make a, we need to make the tee off as well. So let me open up my little reference to the pin, which is this guy right here. I'm bringing it over here. And what do we need? Okay, so let's go to core, BP pin, this one right here, BP pin. Let's open that up. If you get this message like, oh my God, this is data, blah, blah, blah. That's okay, just hit this guy right here. Open full blueprint editor, that one right there. Click on that. And then it looks like our normal blueprint editor that we've been working on. Okay, so let's go to the viewport. First thing we're gonna do, we're gonna add a scene component. We're gonna rename it to root. We're gonna get rid of that default scene root so that that sphere goes away. I hate that sphere stuff. Okay, so what else do we need? We need a cylinder, right? And the cylinder is going to be our flagpole for our pin. And I am going to, if see right here is a scale, I got a little like a little padlock. We're gonna lock that, and then we're gonna change this to like 0.1 maybe, and it'll changes all three of them when you have it like that, which is really cool. And then I am going to scale this way like that. I don't know how big the flag needs to be. And I do want it a little bit in the ground, so you know, remember the grid is the ground. I do want it in the ground, but not like all the way in the ground. So it's gonna be, that's fine, something like that. All right, then what else do we need? We need a plane, so let's do plane. And then this plane is going to be the flag. We're going to say flag A, and this will all be understandable soon. Now, of course, we could totally make this in Maya or Max. I don't have Maya installed on this computer or Max installed on this computer, but you could totally do this in Maya or Max, but we're just going to do it in here for now. So here is my flag. And this is the reason we're going to have flag A. You can see here, we don't have a backside. So if we were in Maya, we could make this double-sided, but we are not. So we're just going to cheat a little bit. I'm going to bring this, that is too much. Let's see, movement. This one right here, grid, we're going to change it to 5. There we go. And then I am going to, you know what? No, it's still kind of janky. Let's change that to 1. My camera is so fast. Let's slow the camera down a little bit so you guys can really see. All right. Actually, that's too much again. 1. There we go. All right. 1. Perfect. It's been moved. Okay, now we can scale it up a little bit. So we're going to scale it this way. So we'll go like that. Maybe it's also like a little bit bigger. And then we can bring it down. Perfect. Perfect. Beautiful flag. Most amazingest flag ever. They say it's great. All right. So anyway, I'm gonna grab that flag, Control W to duplicate it. And we're gonna name this one B. And you know, it's if you ever heard of this cassette tape, you know they have a B side. It's the same thing here. So now you can see I am fixing. I'm fixing that double-sided stuff, right? So there's no more double-sided. Okay, so what else do we need? We need to compile and save. That would be good. We need a text renderer, so text renderer, and this is just going to let us know what the whole number, or we'll do pin. Sorry, pin number is the correct term for golfing. So pin number text. And let me fix my camera again. I'll bring that back up. And it's way down there at the bottom. Bring that up here. And what do we need to do? We need to go into the details panel. We need to say horizontal alignment should be centered. Vertical alignment should be centered. And text can be pin number. All right, now we rotate this guy. And right there. And it needs to be close. Cool. And then color should be, needs to be some cool color. That's good. And also it's kind of small, right? It's can I scale it up? Ah, there we go. Perfect. Yeah, that's cool. We could, yeah, you know what, I could go a little bit further, closer. Okay, cool. All right, so what else do we need? We need a trigger, a trigger volume to say, hey, the ball has fallen into our hole, right? So when the ball falls into this hole, we can go, aha, you've done it. Congratulations, you win the internets. So we need, let's do a box collision. And this is just gonna be the pin. And it looks like, actually we'll rename that to cup collision, because that's what that is actually. So it looks like right here, my cup collision is a child of the text. I do not want that. I want it to be a child of root. So I'm going to left click and drag it to root, let go of left click, and then I get this drop down menu. I'm going to say attach. And now it's attached and it's perfect. And you can see that it's placed it right there. For now, that looks okay. We might have to adjust it. Actually, let's do adjust it. So let's compile, save. I am going to grab our pin and I'm going to move it. Oh no, I've built too many. I'm going to grab it here and move it into. Oh man, I don't think I could have done that any better. It's pretty dang close. Let's make the cup collision just a little bit bigger. So 32, let's make it like, I don't know, 40, and then we'll leave the Z at, oh, that's almost there. Let's do 60 and 60. And we'll leave the Z as it is. Oh no, what have I done? Oh yeah, that's good, right? Yeah. And we just needed to be inside the ground a little bit. So you can see it's now covering the entire cup. That's fine, it's perfect. And then we just need it to be in the ground, just a little bit like that. Cool. Oh, and then we need to rotate it too, right? Look, my flag is not rotated the right way. We want the player to be able to see what pin number they're doing. Cool. All right. Cool. So now what do we need? That looks good. We'll compile and save. And now we can go into the event graph and we can start adding some cool stuff. So let's go to event graph and we're going to say, we don't need any of this for now. We're going to grab this cup collision. We're going to go to the details panel. We're going to go all the way down to, you guessed it, on component begin overlap, right? Because this is how all the events work, right? The lights we set up before, the grabbing of the box, the setting of the companion cube, setting the companion cube down, etc., etc., etc. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna say, okay, so when the golf ball, so that's gonna be other actor, touches the cubes, we're gonna see equals here, double equals, and we'll do get player pawn. Boom, 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 connections, connections, connections. All right, so when the player falls into the cup collision, when the ball falls into the cup collision, then we're going to do something. Do something. In this case, we're just going to do print string for now. And we'll say, you did it. Yay. And it's got to be a cool color too. Let's do, how about green? Yeah. We'll give them 5 seconds. Perfect. All right. So we're totally 100% going to cheat here. And let's look at project settings for a second. We're going to go to game modes and maps. Default pawn class is the golf ball pawn. So I am going to see, do I have golf ball pawn? No, I do not. I think I can just add it into the scene. And that should be good enough. We shall see though. Oops, rotate it this way. And hit play. No, it's not. It's not good enough. That's not how it works. That's fine. We'll do it this way. Hit play like that. Hey, there we go. Hope I need more power. More power. You did it. Oh, there it is. Oh, dude, we're done. We don't need to make anything else. We're good. Thanks, guys, for class. We can go home now. If only it was that good in Elden Rings, right? Okay, so we'll come back to this later. We need to add some stuff to our game stuff to make that work a little bit better. Let's do this. Let's see. We want to get cups, and we want to figure out which cup number it is, or which pin. Sorry, set up the pin number. So let's grab this pin text. And what we'll do begin. We'll do begin play, event begin play. And actually, it might be better if we did it in the construction script, actually. Let's do construction script. So grab our pin text. We'll say set text. This one right here, set text. It's looking for a value. And we will promote this to variable. And we'll say pin number. And we're going to expose that like that, so that our designers can put the pin number that they want. And actually what I'm going to do, actually, you know what? I changed my mind. I don't like that. Oh, we're going to close that down. We're going to do this. I changed my mind. I don't like any of that. Go away, go away. Let's do this. Let's make a new variable. We'll call this pin number still, like I had before. But we're going to make this an integer. And we'll expose that. And then what we'll do is we will, we'll go pin number, and then we'll do toString. And then from there, we will go append. And we will drag like this and like that. And then I will connect this guy like that. And so what I'm going to do here, what's happening is I'm saying, okay, get the pin number from our designer, whoever's making the golf course, right? Convert that to a string, and then place that into this append. And so it's going to say pin space, and then whatever the pin number is, and then connect that to our toText block. So now pin 0, right? And if I click on Sorry about leaving, come back like that. The audio wasn't working, so you couldn't hear you. That's okay, that's fine. So now I can come in here and see I have this pin number. I can change it to pin 1. And so now it's this particular pin is pin 1. And when I make another golf course, so if I grab all these guys, I think I need this one too, and I duplicate it, which you'll be able to hear shortly. Blah. Right? I can change that one to pin 2. Oh, it's magic, right? And then now we have 2 holes. All right, so we don't want that yet, so all that can go away. We're not there yet, but we will. We'll get there. Okay. So now what? Now what do we need? Let's look at the pin. We got the pin set up. We got this set up. We need to set that up. Okay, so I think now we need to do some game manager stuff. So let me look at this guy. And what we're going to do is we're going to close our pin, the BP pin. We'll go to BP my game state. So let's open that up, and we're convert to full editor. That's fine. Okay, so what do we need to do? First thing on, let's do some begin play. So begin play, we are going to, we want to spawn the golf ball, actually. So actually, let's create a function called spawn golf ball, pawn, spawn golf ball pawn. And what that's going to do is going to, let's see, we need to get the current hole. We don't have that yet. So let's see, we need to get the current hole, like what hole we're currently playing or what pin we're currently playing. And then we need to get the T for that current pin. So we don't have that yet either. So let's see. How can I do that? How can I get that information? We'll do this. We'll go back to the event graph. We'll go back to, we'll go right here to begin play. We're going to do get all actors of class. Begin play, get all actors of class. We're going to do BP pin, and we're going to convert that to a variable. So we're going to say this is all BP pins array. So this is like all of the pins in the level. And then we will do, let's do sequence out of here. Sequence. There we go. And then we'll do another get all, work with me here. Another get all actors of class. And this one will be BP T off. And then we'll promote that to a variable. This will be BP T offs array. Cool, cool, cool. And then what we'll do is we'll say when the game begins, we'll do another one of these. When the game begins, we know for certain that the very first tee off location is the first one, right? Is the first one. So we'll do tee off, and we're going to do get a copy. Yeah, here it is, get a copy. So the first one, right, arrays always start at 0. So this is going to be, we're going to promote this to variable. We're going to say this is the current tee off locate, or we'll do current BP tee off. This will do. It's not the location. It's just that tee off spot. Cool. And then we can also do the same thing for the pin. So grab the pins array and we'll say get a copy. And we'll promote that to variable. We're going to say current BP pin. Oh wait, we don't need that. Cool. So this is just saying set the current tee off as the first tee off in the tee off array. And then doing the same thing here. Set the current pin as the first pin in the pins array. And this is just get all the pins and all the tee offs. Compile and save. Okay, so now we have the first tee off location. So let's go back to our spawning golf ball. And so we can go get the current tee off location. And I'm sorry, not get the current tee off, not the current tee off location. Get the current tee off blueprint. And then we want to get that actor's location, because this is where we're going to spawn the golf ball. And then we're going to add to, so do plus, and the one we're looking for is vector plus vector. We're just going to add like 100 to the z-axis, meaning that if this is like, let's say this line right here, this imaginary line right here is where the tee off location is, we're just going to spawn the golf ball a little bit higher than it so that it plops down right on top of that. All right, and then we are going to, we will right click, we'll say spawn actor from class. And the actor is going to be our BP golf ball pawn. And what do we need? We're going to right click this spawn transform and say split structure. And you can see here, now we have our yellows that goes to there. And we don't actually have the arrow, but we're going to need to set the arrow to set the rotation value. So we'll get to that in a second. We'll combine that. And then we'll come out here, and I think this does not work. Possess. Yeah, see, the context sensitivity doesn't work there. That's fine. We'll just right click. We'll do possess. I can spell possess. Am I spelling it wrong? No, I am not spelling it wrong. Why? Undo context sensitivity, possess. There it is. So if you're having issues like I am, you can uncheck context sensitive and then type in possess. And then there it is, pawn possess. And then we'll connect this guy and we'll connect this guy. And then we're here for our target. We're going to come out of there and we're going to go get player controller. And does that work? Yeah, here it is. Game player controller. This one right here. Get player controller. Okay. So now we're spawning in the golf ball. Of course, we're not spawning the golf ball in the correct rotation. We'll fix that later. But we are spawning in the golf ball. But that's our function, but we haven't called that function. So we need to call it. So remember, we were getting all the pins and all the tee offs. We're setting the first ones. So now we can spawn in the golf ball. And I am going to double click that guy. There, that looks better. Compile and save. Okay, so the golf ball should be spawning in now at our tee location. So we need to go to our project settings and we need to get rid of this default spawn, default pawn class, because we are now setting that default pawn when we spawn in. So now let's go to tee off, and we're just going to add the tee off. Actually, add it very close to the pin. We haven't built this blueprint yet, right? But that doesn't matter. It's looking for that tee off blueprint, and then it's looking for the location of that, and it's going to spawn our golf ball. Hopefully, 100. Yeah, see, perfect. Perfect. And I did it. Ah, it's amazing. We have the game built already. It's so good. Okay, so let's fix the rotation problem, and let's make our tee off a little bit better. So we have our game state, and it is somewhat done. Somewhat done. We got the beginnings done. What we need to do, actually, while we're at the game state, let's talk about it. So we need let's do custom event. We're gonna need a toNext pin. And what this will do is this will spawn the golf ball pawn at the next pin or course or hole or whatever you want to call it when the player hits the cup for the current pin or course or whatever you want to call it. And that is a lot of typing there. Right, so that's what that's going to do. And then we need another one where it's like, oh, whoop, you did it wrong. You knocked out of bounds. You went into a hazard. So we'll do custom event, and this is going to be to same hole or same pin. Sorry, same pin. And this is the opposite, right? So it's like you player hit a hazard or out of bounds, and reset player at the current tee off location. Perfect. Right, so we need those. We'll build those later. File and save. Okay, let's go back to the tee off. So we got this. This looks good. Let's go to the tee off. Let's make that look a little cool. How much time I got? Oh, 7:12. Man, we're gonna have this golf game done in like a week. It's crazy. All right. So tee off. What do we need for tee off? Add component, scene, root, get rid of this one, boom, 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 add component. All right, so we need like a tee off platform. So let's do cube. This is just gonna be our tee off platform. Boom, beautiful. And you can see that where it is to the ground. I'm actually gonna lower it a little bit so that it is in the ground a little bit. That's fine. And then we need like an arrow to say, hey, this is the direction that it's going to be. So we'll do arrow. And you can see my arrow is a child of tee off. I do not want that. I want it to be a child of root. So you should look like this. And now we have this cool arrow. I'm going to drag it up. And I am actually going to drag it back a little bit. And then we're going to make the arrow a little bit longer. So we know like, hey, this is the direction that the golf ball is going to spawn in. I'm going to make the arrow a little bit bigger too, because I'm that kind of guy. Yeah, we'll change it to 1.5, and we'll do like 200 here. That's fine. Good enough for government work. And we got to change the color. How about a teal? I like that. Looks cool. Okay, compile and save. Our tee off is done. So now you can see that in my current game, the tee off is pointed the wrong way. I'm going to rotate it so that it's pointed the correct direction. And of course, when I hit play, nothing happens, right? It's still pointing the wrong way because we need to fix it in the game state. So our tee off looks good, but our game state spawning. So we'll go to golf ball pawn. And remember, I told you we fix this later, or fixing it now. So here it is, current tee off. We'll drag out from there. We're going to do get arrow. And here it is, this one right here, BPT get arrow. And then from there, we're going to do get rotation. Get world rotation, maybe? Get world rotation. There it is, get world rotation. Haha. And then we just connect that guy up to there. Boom, like so. And now that we're getting the rotation of the arrow, so whichever way the arrow is pointing, our golf ball pawn should also spawn in that same direction. Pretty cool, right? Ah, I suck. Okay, let's try that again. All right. So we have a tee off, we have a pin, we have a game state that has some logic, but not all the logic, but it definitely has the logic for starting the game. I think what we'll do next is we'll do game instance stuff, and we'll also make a HUD. So actually, let's do that now. We'll go to let's go to Art, create a new folder in Art. We're going to call this user interface. And inside there, we are going to right-click, user interface, widget blueprint, and we're going to call this. What do we want to call it? We call it game info, maybe game info underscore WBP. That stands for widget blueprint. All right. So when we come back next week, we will mess with this. So you can see our widget blueprint. We have this like designer mode, and then we have a graph mode. Familiar with this, maybe not so familiar with this, and that's okay. We'll work on that. We're going to work on that next week. And then we will also add in the save stuff for our game instance, which is this guy right here. And then this is just, I think we did some of that before, where we save some of the variables in the game. Okay, so that's it. Save everything, save all. Cool, 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 cool. Don't make more than one course. Okay, don't go crazy and make like 15 courses, because I'm going to show you how to duplicate the all this logic very, very easily, and then you can modify each little course or pin or whatever. Super, super easy. All right, any questions, comments, concerns? I went super, super fast, but hopefully you guys will be able to watch the video and go, oh yeah, I got it, cool. Awesome. All right, well, if that's it, then I will see you guys next
Do we not
week.
have spring break next week?
What, spring break? You keeping me in
You
check?
don't have to have it.
No, if that we do, that's fine. I don't know to be certain, but I believe we do. So that's fine. We can come back next week and do, or sorry, not next week, but we'll come back the following week, and then we will begin with the my game instance and that HUD, the user interface. So see you guys in a week from now. Adios.